Most people buying real estate in Cabo are doing it the wrong way. They're wiring cash, liquidating investment, or limiting their buying power. But what if I tell you there is a strategy used by sophisticated investor that allows you to buy property in Cabo without selling your assets? And almost no real estate agent is talking about it. In this video, I'm going to break it down step by step, and I'm also going to show you what kind of interest rate you can actually get with this strategy, because that's where things get really exciting. My name is Francesco, and I work with the international buyers and investors here in Los Cabos. What makes my approach different is that I don't just help you find a property, I help you structure the deal in the smartest way possible, because the property is only half of the investment, and how you finance it is what really determines your return. So let's talk about what an SBL is. SBL stands for Security-Based Loan. It's a type of financing where you borrow money using your existing investment portfolio, stocks, ETFs, bonds, as collateral. Instead of selling your investment, you borrow against them. That means you keep your portfolio invested, you don't trigger capital gain taxes, and you unlock liquidity to buy real estate. Here's a simple example. Let's say you have $1 million invested in a brokerage account in the US. A bank can lend you anywhere from 50% to 70% of that value. So now you suddenly have access to $500,000 to $700,000 in liquidity without selling anything. You take that capital and you use it to purchase a property in Cabo. And your investment, they're still working for you in the market. And here's the truth. Most real estate agents in Cabo don't talk about this because they don't understand it. They don't have access to the right financial partners, or they simply focus on selling their property, not optimizing the investment. But serious investor knows structure is everything. This strategy gives you multiple advantages. Liquidity, you don't need to tie up all your cash. Tax efficiency, no need to sell assets. Leverage, you can potentially acquire better property. Speed, you can act fast on opportunities. And in a market like Cabo, where the best deal goes to the buyers who are ready to move, this becomes a massive competitive advantage. And this is also where the interest rate becomes very interesting, which I'll break down in a second. One of the biggest questions I get is, what are their interest rates? The reality is rates depend on your portfolio, your lender, and your structure. But in many cases, they are significantly more competitive than traditional financing options, even lower than banks offer, and particularly better compared to cross-border real estate loans. This is why sophisticated investors prefer this strategy. It gives them the access to the capital, efficient rates, while keeping their investment intact. Now, let's be clear. This is not for everybody. There are risks. If your portfolio drops, you could face a margin call. Interest rate can fluctuate depending on the structure. You need proper financing planning, and that is key. You should always look for fixed or structured rates whenever possible, so you can plan your investment with clarity and avoid surprises. This is not something you want to do blindly. It has to be done strategically. This is typically available through US-based financial institutions. You need a qualifying investment portfolio, a brokerage account, and the right connection to lenders offering SBL products. This is where I come in. I work with a professional who specializes in this, so you can structure everything correctly from day one. This is the difference between just buying a property and making a strategic investment. Anyone can send you a listing, but very few people will show you how to structure your capital to maximize returns. That's how I work with my client. If you're considering buying a property in Cabo and want to explore this strategy, reach out to me directly. I help you understand if an SBL is right for you, how much you can leverage, and where the best opportunities are right now. Let's make sure you're not just buying a property, but you're doing it in the smartest way possible. In this market, it's not about who has the most cash. It's about who knows how to use it better. My name is Francesco Lee, and I'm your Italian Cabo Realtor. Reach out to me and we'll discuss it together.